Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today we're going to check on biker bees here, the swarm catch we caught a month or two ago. We're going to check on the status of it, do an inspection, and we're going to start to feed our bees 1-to-1 syrup water. As you recall, we caught biker bees and put them in a plastic Pro Nuke box. That's a 5-frame box, and we let them thrive, we let them grow, made sure the queen was there, and once we did, we transferred them over to this 8-frame Langstroth hive, and they've been doing very, very well. So now, today, we're going to inspect, make sure the queen's doing well, the brood's all there, and we're going to start feeding them, because we are in August here, and I see a little bit of pollen come in, but there's not too much in the form of nectar. So we're going to go ahead and feed this swarm catch, because I'm not worried about honey production from a swarm catch here this summer. It was a late season swarm catch as well. So we just want to make sure these guys have enough honey in stores to survive the winter. Give our bees a little smoke on the entrance, and I have screened bottom boards, so easy enough to smoke them from the bottom here. And let's get the top off. Of course, we'll smoke from the top to run them down again too. All right, nothing on the top there. Let's smoke right here. I see bees, which is a good sign. You just never know when you break into one of these if you're going to have bees or how well they've been doing this summer. All right. Open them up. Oh, I got lots of bees. I got some small hive beetles, and we will be taking care of them as well. So let's look at our Swiffer sheet here and see how the small hive beetle. Oh yeah, some small hive beetles. Let's smash them all. Smash them all. Smash them all. There we go. Killed all our beetles. We'll replace this Swiffer sheet with a fresh piece, and yeah, but you can see they really capture them. You can really see all the small hive beetles this Swiffer sheet catches, and it just does a really good job. The little feet get caught in it. The bees chase them into it, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tons of them there. So it's doing its job. Get you a little closer here and see how these guys are doing. All right, outside frame. This was just an empty frame, still an empty frame, and we'll move on the inside here. Okay, this does not feel heavy. It's just a empty comb. Oh, we got some nectar and pollen here, so they are bringing in some nectar. All that's fresh, shiny nectar. We do have some soybeans blooming right now, and so a lot of this may be soybean nectar. But okay, they do have nectar. We're still going to feed them though, because it's the season for it. We want to make sure that they have everything they need. All right, now this one's got a little heavier. Oh yeah, okay. So we got honey and nectar. Honey and nectar, lots of pollen. You can see lots of pollen on there. We are back to biker bees. We've done an inspection of hive 1 and 2, and wasn't that good. I was kind of upset, and I'll tell you about that here shortly. But it didn't turn out too good for us here on the ridge. Let me set that off to the side. Now what we've got here, everybody, is a frame of brood and eggs. And we took this from hive 2. Look at all that brood. That's beautiful brood. And there's lots of eggs in there, lots of eggs. So they can make a queen out of these eggs. So they're right in the very center here. And that's gonna really help these guys have a better chance of success. So they'll be fed, and they will have eggs, brood, and they've got a queen emergency cell in there too, at least one. So that should help them out a lot to survive. All right, get them all situated here, and I'll give you a little recap of what we got. Oops. Let's get this all back together. Get there. Oops, I need to put this here first. All right, let's get these guys back together. Get my entrance towards the bottom for a feeder. I got about 3 gallons of sugar water on here, 1 to 1. That should help them establish through this dearth here. Dearth being the time of no nectar flow. And get this on here, and we'll talk about what we got going on with the other hives. Some good news and some bad news. All right, we're all good here. I'll meet you back in just a second. Welcome back. We have done our inspections, and we've got some good and bad news. On the biker swarm, there was no brood. There was just a little bit of drone brood, but there was no worker brood at all. I mean, 0. Now, they had created a couple emergency queen cells, and they were capped, so that's good. That means they're in production for a queen. There was still a good number of bees in there, and there was lots of nectar and pollen. So they're still bringing in pollen. They're still taking care of that hive. So we did commence to feeding them. We put about 3 gallons of 1 to 1 sugar water on top. But what we also had to do is steal some brood and eggs from another colony. So we did an inspection of hive 1 and 2. Hive 2 is doing very, very well. Not too much honey on the top. Because, you know, we had issues with the queen with them early in the spring, but there is some honey up there, so we will be extracting some honey off of these colonies this summer. But what we did was we took a frame of brood and eggs. There was a frame that had lots of brood and lots of eggs, and we put that right in the center of biker bees' swarm catch. So that should really help them, give them some babies to take care of and some eggs. If they need more queen cells, they can make queen cells out of those eggs. They can't out of larva or brood, cap brood. That has to be eggs to make a queen. So we put the feeder back on, and biker bee swarm catch should do well. Hive 2, lots of brood, top and bottom deep box. Not too much honey in the top, but we'll harvest a couple frames from them, and we'll take the rest, and then we'll start feeding them very soon. Hive 1, however, was not doing too well. There was a little bit of brood in there, not too much, all in 1 deep, and they had honey and nectar. So what we did with them, we took some recommendations of our beekeeping friends on YouTube, and we consolidated that one down to 1 deep. So they just have 1 deep with their brood and their nectar and honey. We pulled off those 8 frames and the other deep, and we left the honey on top for now because it actually, Hive 1 was doing better this spring before it lost its queen, and it has lots of honey. So there's 4 or 5 frames of honey we're going to harvest off of that one. So we're going to get 4 to 7 medium frames of honey to harvest here very, very soon. So you'll be seeing that. Well, hope you enjoyed watching us take care of our bees here on the Ridge. If you haven't already, please subscribe to RidgeLife. Hit the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video like this comes out. And as always, please have a blessed day and go RidgeLife.